Right.
Do you want this off, or is that okay?
Okay, so arm is much like the leg, if you think of it like that, but the leg obviously we do back and front, whereas the arm we can turn over. So you want to put some oil on, but on the hand as well, because we're going to do the hand. And again, you can start anywhere you like, but I would suggest starting with the hand, just because it's on the end of your arm, really. So, working across the top of the hand, across, quite bony the top of the hand, but a lot of muscles in there that we use a lot, don't we, in our hands. Turn over and do the palm of the hand. Relax. Because the palm of the hand is a really tight area. So if you get your thumb in there, you can get right in here on this thenar eminence, they call this here. Mm-hmm. It's a big area, we use that a lot, especially when you're doing massage and things, but texting, all that stuff. Yeah, you know, on computers. So give the palm a good going over. And when you've got a big hand, obviously it can be quite difficult to do that. So you might have to come over the top if you've got a big hand. If you've got a small hand, you can manage it easier. Go back, work down in between the metacarpals. So just sliding down. Rotate, so hold across the top of the metacarpals here. So you're holding the wrist, the hand relatively still. And rotate the thumb and all the fingers. And I would give them a little tug. So this is your passive movements coming in here.
You're doing it quite a lot quicker than as well than with the knee or anything.
Yeah. Your fingers have got a lot more movement in them, but you can be quite firm. Give them a bit of a tug. Rotate the wrist, again it's more passive movements, so if you can't do them anywhere else you may well get away with these passive movements. So again, and again I'm holding there, because if you hold down there I'm rotating the elbow. I want to rotate the wrist, not the elbow. I am going to rotate the elbow as well, but you need to actually isolate the joints as you do it, because otherwise you end up doing bits that you're not wanting to do. So then go back and we're going to work up the arm. So we're going to do the lower arm and the upper arm. So you can do your petrissage. And arms are quite difficult. You could put the arm extensions in so that you've got something to rest the arm on. You can put your knee under. Try different ways of doing stuff, because it's difficult with arms because they do tend to hang off, especially when John's obviously broader because he's a big chap, so you know it is quite an issue. You can also just put your knee up there and try doing that. Just try different things, see what works for you. But make sure that you turn over and do the inside of the forearm, because these muscles in here get really tight. Massage therapist arms, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
So you've done petrissage on all of that part of the arm. Kneading. Okay. Make sure you get all the way around the arm. The upper arm, again, is more difficult because if you're doing petrissage, you really want to do it with two thumbs, but you can't hold the arm at the same time. So I would suggest you either use your knee again, and then you can use both your thumbs round. You can also do it where you hold the arm and just do more like a kneading move with one hand. You can get right round into the triceps there. So again, you're adapting your movements to suit the area that you're working on. So really here, triceps and biceps we're looking at, so the back and the front of the arm here. So one hand works, and then you can get into right underneath here. deltoids here I wouldn't particularly do here because we do that when we do our chest and shoulders and stuff, don't we? We work on those. But you could do, it doesn't really matter. But again, it's more difficult to get up here in this, from this direction. And again, a bit of kneading. And then just effleurage. We always finish up with effleurage. Then again here, you want to do some tractions if you can. It's very difficult with men to do shoulder tractions because their shoulders are naturally much more bulky than ours. You know, their deltoids and their upper back muscles and the pecs will be bigger than ours because that's the way they're made. They have testosterone, it makes their muscles bigger. They have double the amount of muscle we have to start off with. So it's quite difficult to do this on a man. It's most unfair. We have twice the amount of fat and they have twice the amount. But if you can, you want to just bring, got any shoulder problems?
No.
Just bring the arm out and then just a gentle traction. So I normally do it by holding the wrist, so I'm supporting the arm, because you don't want it to drop down, because obviously that's going to put strain on the shoulder. And then I would bring my hand on the upper arm, still supporting here, down to about the wrist, and then I'm supporting the arm with that hand, and then bring the other arm in, and that's just a gentle traction on there. So do that a couple of times. And then you bring it back to the centre. With a woman, you could probably go up here, but men you often won't. Is that right?
That's fine.
Yeah. But so again, you do exactly the same, just a bit of a tug. And then back down to where you started. And then you just do couple of effleurage to finish. So there's not much involved in it, it's just what you've done on a leg, but you adapt it, and obviously you don't do heavy effleurage like you do on the back, you don't do...
Percussion.
No, you don't do percussion. You could, when you've got an arm like John's, you could do that, but you don't have to. Routinely you wouldn't particularly do it, so you just adapt it to the person you're working on. So. But yeah, you could do, but again, you'd need to support it. So I would suggest if you're going to do percussion that you'd have your extensions in here, because then his arm would be more supported. Because it's going to be quite difficult if I was trying to hold it up and do your percussions. So, thank you.
Right.
There we go. Right, switch that off.